And we've been in contact with law enforcement, with the FBI. And so everything that we do is very clear.
Yeah, it got that intense that you guys had to call the FBI. And here comes North Point Security. Oh God, here he comes. We better go. Here comes mall police. Here comes the mall police. We are fugitives. It's called APD, which is like Atlanta Police. We are in Alpharetta, Georgia, and everybody's already starting to look. Who's the YouTubers out here? Now, why are we in Alpharetta, Georgia? Well, I'll tell you why. Look behind me. This has been called by pretty much every publication that you can think of the most beautiful, wealthiest, picture-perfect model of suburbia in the entire country. It's one of the most popular places that you can move to. Everybody wants to be here. It's upper middle class and wealthy people combined. Lots of jobs, lots of great schools, lots of great places to raise your kid. If you look at a map, you can see that we are in Fulton County, which is in the North Atlanta suburbs. All of the area above Atlanta and around Atlanta is kind of like this once you get out of the bad part of Atlanta. You've got Peachtree City, Marietta, Johns Creek, Sandy Springs, Alpharetta. All of them kind of look in variations of what we're looking at behind us. We're going to spend some time here and we're going to find out what makes this place so great. Is it perfect? And I already know the answer is no, because we heard about some dirt going on down the road, and we're going to go to that right now. Islamic Center, Istanbul Christian Center. And that is a mosque in Alpharetta, Georgia. And there's been some controversy in there. Apparently they were going to make folks vote in there in the upcoming election, and a lot of people in town were not happy about that. It's a beautiful day here in Alpharetta, Georgia right now.
It's a peach of a day.
It's a peach of a day here. Hi. How are you? Good. Oh, no, we're okay. Actually, can we talk to you guys about the polling controversy?
Yeah, but the thing is, we already contacted Fulton County. Side to it.
Here, take this mic.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm with the Istanbul Cultural Center.
Okay.
So, we had been reached out by Fulton County to serve as a polling location. It's an honor for us to open our doors to citizens of Georgia to be able to serve and, have the democratic process of voting be exercised. And so we had, very gladly open our doors for this. And, we're honored, more than honored to be able to serve.
Were you guys like a little bit upset when people pushed back and said, like there were people saying, we don't want to vote in a mosque? Like, I mean, how did you feel when that came out and people were upset about that?
Yeah, so Istanbul Cultural Center is not a mosque. We are not a faith-based organization. We do not provide religious services. And so to that, our answer is very clear. We're a community center, we're a nonprofit, and we don't provide any religious services. We're not a faith-based institution. So our answer is very clear. And if you look on Google Maps, you can search up Istanbul Cultural Center of Georgia. Everything is clear, everything is out there, so.
We were just saying, this is one of the most buttoned up neatest little downtowns. You got condos up here, which are probably $1 million, I can imagine, based on the prices of everything else around here. Must be nice. And of course, immaculate sidewalks. No pee, no poop, no cigarette butts, no graffiti. They wouldn't stand for that here, folks. No way. So many flags. Everybody
That's
has
right.
an American flag out.
Hashtag America.
All right, this is like a super fancy neighborhood. Oh my God, look at these houses. Wow. All right, we're gonna see if we can find anybody that's just maybe walking around. Oh, private club, members only. Okay, we're just trying to see if we can find anybody that might be walking their dog or mowing their yard. Just get a little bit of an opinion on it. There's a lady right there. Let's see if she'll talk to us. Oh, she's leaving. Okay. She's busy. Look at all of the sprawl track homes everywhere. So a lot of these houses are between $700,000 and $900,000. And the price has gone down though a lot because you know, it peaked. A lot of people wanted to be here, and right after COVID, just this place just completely blew up. And the bidding, the competition, everybody wanted great schools, A+++ schools. And the last few years, some of these houses have lost between $50,000 and $100,000. Like, it peaked. So a lot of this stuff was pushing $900,000, and everybody kind of came back to reality again, and they're like, we're not paying that much for a house. You know, all this stuff up here was $400,000 maybe before COVID. Plus, this is pretty much the most expensive Atlanta suburb that you could probably go to. I mean, you can go to Roswell, Milton, Dunwoody, Norcross, Sandy Springs, Woodstock, Cumming. They're all cheaper. But you can't tell your friends you live in Alpharetta if you live in Woodstock. And there's downtown, and that is a long way away. It's a long drive, folks. Of course, all the schools in Alpharetta are all A schools, A+++++. And believe it or not, this is the first time Kim and I have been up here. We've been wanting to come up here to look around in the world famous North Atlanta suburbs, and we finally made it, and I am impressed. Tennis courts, water slide, what? Oh my gosh, how fancy, how lovely. And we pulled over here. This is just kind of like a little condo complex here, and you can kind of see, just really cool, just little parks. This is just everywhere here. They've got tons of green space, which is one of the reasons people like to come up here. It's just super clean. People get outside. Tons to do. There's a Top Golf over there. There's an amphitheater. Lots of places for people to like hang out and stuff. I think that's what's missing in today's world. Just places where people can get together and gather, where people feel safe, right? More technology stuff. All right, so I asked the internet, where's the biggest technology company in Alpharetta? And the internet said, Global Payments, that's where. That's it right there. It's some sort of payment tech company. They do credit cards and online payments. There's 3,000 people that work in that building right there. And that's just one company. So this whole corridor going up and down right now, you can kind of see this is all technology companies. They say that they're the technology city of the South now. This whole corridor, tech companies up and down the road right there. They say there's 700 tech companies here, and that's a lot. financial technology, data centers. Those are controversial. Nobody wants data centers in their backyard. And there's a helicopter going by. I should probably land my drone. And just about every car leaving here is some sort of a hybrid.
Hi. I saw all your friends over there. You're silly. Look how brave you are.
So everybody says Alpharetta is just so wonderful. I want to hear from someone that's been here for almost 30 years why you love it.
Well, we moved here for my husband's job, and we picked it because of the weather in the South, and we moved from New Hampshire. So there's like nothing better than, you know, moving from the snow to where the weather's always fabulous. But Alpharetta was really a dinky little town when we moved here. Like the first time we saw it in 1991, I said to my husband, we have lived in crappy little Air Force towns for years. I am not going to move to Alpharetta because it's like a crappy little Air Force town. And by the time we moved here in 1997, it was not a crappy little Air Force town anymore. And now it's just kept, you know, growing and changing and evolving. And, you know, my kids who grew up here will tell you, none of this was here when we were kids. Like there was one restaurant here, you know, in downtown and one little funky shop. And, you know, now just everything's grown and, you know, just watching that evolve over time is so awesome. And I happen to know David Belial, who was the mayor when sort of all this happened. And he just really had a vision and got, you know, corporations and shops and the public and the city council and everybody else on board. I mean, I know it wasn't just him, but, you know, to just make this whole vision come true. And now when you look at like the people on the green over there, like, you know, when I came from my car, I'm like, oh my gosh, the weather's nice. Everybody's out. This is so great. And so any day you can find an awesome, you know, restaurant or, you know, grab a burger at Sharinga and sit in the chairs and, you know, let your, now my grandkids run in the fountain. And, you know, so that's why it's so awesome.
My wife said it almost seems like a movie set. It doesn't seem real in downtown Alpharetta.
Well, my kids call it the bubble. Neither of them still live here. They say, Mom, you guys live in a bubble. And I'm like, I like my bubble, you know. But the people who live in the bubble are also super worldly people. Like, you know, all my friends travel a lot. You know, we're always planning our next trip and hearing about our last trip. And so I just think it's super fun to have, you know, worldly, you know, people successful in a successful town. And, you know, especially with, you know, some of the problems that we're having in America, I'm happy to have a bubble to retreat to sometimes and not ashamed of it either. So. All right, hold tight. It's right there.
Oh, yes. I mean, everywhere you turn, we've been here for just, you know, half a day, and there is just construction all over. Good for them. I don't think the people that have been here forever are happy about it. Here's another big building. This is going up. And you're probably thinking, all right, well, they need affordable housing. They need places for people to live, right? We got to have affordable housing too. You can't just have wealthy people living here. You got to make room for everybody. Well, here's this. That's not affordable at all. Look at those prices, folks. If that ain't Alpharetta for you, right there. God, who can afford that? Here's another one, $600 to $2 million. Luxury retail base coming soon. Guess everybody wants to be here. Hey, they're asking this price because they can ask this price, but man. I think just about every street in Alpharetta is some sort of windy, tree-lined, but I don't think there's a straight road in this entire community. 1.6 million? God, for that? 1.6 million. I knew this place was fancy, but these are also going to be probably 2 million based on the fact that it was 1.6. This is just super nice. We are about, and that guy just ruined my shot. We're about a block from downtown right now. Very nice and buttoned up and just perfect little balconies and American flags flying.
Very clean. Yeah.
All right, so a lot of Alpharetta looks just like this. The dentist's office, Panera, salons, nail places, sushi, and a Willie's Mexicana grill that is so Alpharetta. The only thing missing is a Home Depot. Oh, Home Depot! And there are no Hispanics asking for work outside of that Home Depot.
No one on the corner is begging for money either.
No sign holders. Haven't seen one yet.
Okay, hold on when we go by.
We were just saying.
I just said it.
We were just like, there's no sign holders and beggars, and then there's one right there. Like literally the
Darn
only one
it.
we've seen the entire time so far, and just happened to be right when we said they don't have
I know.
it. I mean,
had
you know,
high hopes.
Nothing's perfect.
Nothing is.
Poor guy's probably just trying to make some extra scratch. Technology companies everywhere. More construction. Oh, it's going to be for seniors. It's probably going to be $900,000. I understand that this is a very desirable area. I don't know if it's going to be $900,000. It probably will be, though. We go right here. Yeah, let's go left.
Hold tight.
All right, folks. We are in the Alpharetta Hood. No, this is not Hood. But we were trying to find the most affordable part of Alpharetta. Can you just go a little bit slower? Mm-hmm. There is not much in here that would be deemed affordable. That's below the average home price in America. Stuff on this street, there's a little pocket on the north end that's been here forever that is undisturbed. A lot of this is in the 300s for perspective. A lot of this stuff was built in the 70s. So it's one of the last kind of older little housing tracts in the entire area.
Maybe I'll talk to this guy. You want to?
There's a guy? Oh, hey. How you doing? How long have you been here?
Almost 30 years.
What do you like about Alpharetta?
Well, it used to be a quiet place. But it's not anymore. It's getting more crowded. Georgia 400 is getting where you don't want to get on it anymore. So that's about it.
Did you ever think that this side of the north side of town would get so crowded and fancy and expensive and technology and?
Well, I knew it was the rich side of town. So
You what?
I knew that it was the rich side of town. So it's way up beyond my cost of living anyway. So I'm just barely making it. So
You're barely making it these days?
yeah.
So how do you feel about the way the country's going then?
I don't like it. So
Talk to me about that. What don't you like? What are you frustrated by?
the cost of living and the gas prices and the way, the food is going up and, politics. It's just, they're just crooked. So
What's the solution? How do folks gonna get by? What are they gonna do to change all that stuff? What do we do? How do we fix it?
there's not a fix. There's nothing we can do. So just live with it and bite our upper lips.
Bite our upper lips?
Yeah.
So you were living pretty comfortably for a while then, I guess, and now things have changed?
Well, I mean, I got, I got my retirement in, so, after 38 years. So now I'm just living off of my pension. So enjoying retirement.
But your check is getting stretched further every month.
Oh yeah. But I guess most of it's my fault because I keep running the credit cards up. So if it wasn't for the credit cards, I probably wouldn't be as stretched.
So you're a Trump supporter.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you're also frustrated that the cost of living is up. You don't.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
I'm disappointed in the way he's trying to solve all of this.
Whatever happened to America First, Robert? We got fraud everywhere. We got people living paycheck to paycheck like yourself. There's people voting without IDs all over. I mean, fix this place. We're over there meddling over there.
So, but I mean, we don't have there's not a solution. Because, we can't go Democrat because there's not a Democrat to run it.
Is that your phone ringing?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to take?
No, I already know who it is.
Okay. What makes you happy, Robert, in life?
Nothing. Be honest with you. So.
Nothing?
Mm-mm.
There's got to be one thing that makes you happy.
No, there's not.
Well, how'd you get to a point that you're just not happy about anything anymore?
I'm just not. So.
Is that an actual empty storefront in Alpharetta? What is it?
No, it is empty. That one and the one
Oh my,
behind it.
I didn't think it was capable of having
Somebody go in
empty. Yeah. Oh, it looks like they're redoing it.
It is a nest.
What the heck?
And there's Papa over there, I think, in the road. Looks like a nest. Somebody put water out for it.
Oh, look at the nice people in Alpharetta. Left water and bread and food for this mama goose who is just peacefully nesting in some strip mall, and nobody's messing with her. Only in Alpharetta, Georgia. Oh my God, look how fancy. This place is packed. I'm ready. Are we rolling? Okay. I kept hearing about the massive food and retail scene here in Alpharetta. This is so serious out here with a microphone, like I'm investigative reporting. Behind me is one of the biggest successful mixed-use developments in the entire Southeast. This place is called Avalon. It's this giant condo slash retail slash mixed-use place. They've got condos here that are between $400,000 and $900,000, nearly $1 million for the privilege of living next to a crate and barrel, and on top of an anthropology, I guess. A lot of people here call this awesome Alpharetta or Disneyland for adults, just because of this place right here, Avalon. I hear the parking lot is a parking lot on weekends and at nights, and I'll tell you what, it's a parking lot now. Here comes a car. I gotta get out of the way. $700,000 to live in a condo right a block away from the mall. You could buy a whole house for that. Like here in town. A nice house. Like the houses we saw earlier. All right, so we're going to the mall here, the big fancy mall. And we're gonna see, I don't think it matters. Oh, is our mall dead? Ooh, oh man, we found a little glitch in the matrix here. Their mall is not doing very well at all. Look I see weeds in the parking lot. You get that money shot. Weeds growing in the parking lot. This place is as empty as probably the mall where you live. And here comes North Point security. Uh-oh, security. What's he gonna do? Yell at me for filming? What's up, man? I'm getting shaken down. What's up?
How you doing today?
Good, man. Are you gonna yell at me for filming?
No, I was just gonna say this is private property, and then we just kind of don't record and everything.
Okay, I was just showing the mall.
Okay, understood. But I'm sorry again. It's private property.
It's don't worry about it. All right, I'll stop.
Thank you.
All right, man. All right, got shaken down by the fuzz for filming. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next place and cut.
Small bites.
Oh my gosh. All right, can you stop for 1 second? Oh my gosh, look at that. We got mall security. The mall cops are running us off because we're filming in the mall parking lot. Oh God, here he comes. We better go. Here comes mall police. Here comes the mall police. We are fugitives. Well, the guy on the radio is like, we might have to call APD, which is like Atlanta Police, for filming at the mall. I know, it's so funny. All right, go this way. All right, I kind of wanted to go in the mall really quick, but we're gonna go around to the other side of the mall because we got ran off by mall security.
Mall vice.
So I was told that they were doing construction on the big fancy Equestrian Center, and that is true. It is all ripped up, and that is a shame. All right, folks, so I figured I might as well dress appropriately. I don't have my full gear on, but I got part of it on just for you guys. Alpharetta, you may not know, is the heart of horse country up here in Fulton County. It's also at the technology hub. To me, that's very interesting. They're the tech hub and the horse hub. Behind me, I was told, is unfortunately, they're doing a lot of construction. This is the Equestrian Center. Right here in the middle of Alpharetta, they have horse equestrian stuff, dog agility contests, concerts. You wouldn't believe it, but this part of Alpharetta and this part of Georgia is very horsey. Lots of conservative folks, lots of good values folks. But didn't think I'd see this right here when you're driving around and you see all the windy track homes and all the strip malls and big fancy condos and $700,000 mixed use stuff. And then right in the middle of it all, horses. I wish there were some horses that we could show you that are currently being moseyed around, but they're not, and you're not really going to be able to hear me much because there's some construction trucks going by.
I don't think these people are very tough. They aren't real cowboys. They're fake, rich, city slicker, wannabe horse owners.
Well, Mappy, that's not fair. Who are you to tell these people they aren't tough?
The only reason they even have a horse is to tell people they have a horse and their kid rides horses.
Maserati? What? Best driver on YouTube.
The UB. UB for drivers.
Waffle House. Oh my gosh, we just passed Waffle House.
What am I supposed to say about the Waffle House? Why do you always ask me about food?
How do you feel being named the best driver on YouTube?
Well, I don't know that I've really been named that, but if I did get named that, I'd be very proud.
Yay. Oh god, we got getting gas up here. I've never even heard of Famosa beer. From Guatemala. Some of the prettiest little neighborhoods you'll ever see, folks. And they're probably not going to be happy. Like, why'd you put my house on there, damn it? All right, it is 6:45. And traffic is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I know it's almost 7 o'clock and we're kind of up in the north burbs, but I've seen worse. Ooh, the Pink Valise Boutique, Alpharetta fashion for the win. This is the spot that everybody goes to, the Standard. All right, it's Thursday night. We got a brewery going. Folks are having a good time out here. Not a problem in the world. Not in Alpharetta.
But Fulton County's, I think, the biggest county in Georgia. And it's just so diverse. Like, the issues down in Atlanta or in South Fulton County are not the same issues that we have up here. But like, I was just having drinks with a whole handful of friends from Alpharetta Rotary. And, you know, one of our things is, well, let's look at the problems that our community has and how can we affect those challenges. And, you know, so one of the things that, you know, that we have started doing is one night a month, at least one night a month, having dinner, cooking dinner at a house where men are in recovery. And so, you know, they do say the northern arc of Atlanta has a lot of drug problems. And clearly, if somebody is able to get out of that addiction phase, then they still have, I don't know the lingo, but like re-entry problems. And so we're like, well, if we live here and we want to affect challenges in our community, like, we need to know what that looks like. So we started having dinner with them, and it turned into friendships, and it turned into jobs for some of the guys, in recovery. And Now some of them spend holidays together and go to each other's weddings and, things like that. And so so it's really great having a community that can do that has people in it that say, well, how can we affect, something that's a challenge in our community, and then making it happen.
Look at that scene down here at Thursday night at about 7 o'clock. Just a beautiful scene here in downtown Alpharetta. The pictures speak for themselves, folks. This place is just absolutely wonderful, and the sun is in my eyes. Look, Alpharetta's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's perfect in almost every way, but it's not quite perfect, as we determined. There's a lot going on here. But as you can see right now, folks, it looks like they're in their own little world. In fact, they want to be in their own little world. They don't want to be part of Fulton County. They want to be part of Milton County. They want to do things on their own, be left alone up here. And by the looks of things, they are well on their way. And that is a cut. And so now they've moved it already, like they decided.
We requested, for the sake of security and for safety, we requested that the polling location be changed. We need to think of safety and security first. And so when myths and misconceptions are spread, citizens can be worried. And our priority is security and safety of voters and of staff workers. And so that's we had requested that. And we've been in contact with law enforcement, with the FBI. And so everything that we do is very clear.
Yeah, it got that intense that you guys had to call the FBI because you were worried about.
And, aside from intensity, we do everything by consultation, by the correct and clear process that law enforcement, entails. So, we have nothing to hide. We're not a faith-based organization.
Yeah.
We're open to the community. And so everything we do is the clear process, abiding by our rules.
The drama is squashed here in Fulton County and Alpharetta. Hopefully for good.